Alright, I'm Ratman Horatio, and we're doing more Sunbreak today because, yes, why not? Right, I apologize. I'm slightly distracted. I took a nap before the stream today, and that may have been a mistake. Alright. I'm feeling just a little bit scatterbrained at the moment, and I'm also kind of tired. Hey, Turi. And the Monster Hunter Rise frame drop? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, that one was rough. Another 149 and 144. Good heavens. But it is what it is. So last time we did some follower quests, we did a bunch of side quests we were assigned. We then went and hunted our first master rank Nargacuga, which was... I don't know how to describe what master rank has been so far. There's an apparent ease to it all, like... I don't know. Well, I guess I am still very early. Because I haven't hit, I haven't hit where you hit Apex. Well, no. Yeah, no. I haven't hit any Apex equivalents, you know. In base Monster Hunter Rise, there were a bunch of Apexes, and even when you got to high rank, the Apexes were a massive threat. But so far in Sunbreak, it's just... I don't know. Outside of having not played for a few months and having to learn the new moves and relearn the old moves of monsters, I haven't exactly felt challenged. Like, I beat Magnum Aloe first try with a hunting horn, and I don't play hunting horn. Not much, anyways. There was a sale, however, you... Alright. Could check my equipment, but I'm not going to. Alright, I feel a need for Dango tickets, so I'm going to, real quick, do a good old-fashioned cheese in order to get some extras. I have to sneeze. Now, what am I talking about whenever I say a good old-fashioned cheese? And the answer to that is I'm going to turn Chimera points into Dango tickets. How? Was there a... No, I thought I saw a scroll I didn't have. I'm going to turn Chimera points into raw meat, and I'm then going to turn the raw meat into... Let's see. Let's buy 50,000 Khmer points worth of meat. That's 834 raw meat. We're then going to bulk turn all of this raw meat into motley mix, which will then turn into whatever it is it turns into, and I will then be able to discuss with the cat to my left and get some free Dango tickets. Motley mix, raw meat. I can only do this 99 at a time. I can use even more Khmer points. Thank you, cat. It's gonna take us a hot minute, but this is what we're doing. To answer the question as of why, was it a developer oversight? Perhaps. Did they just not particularly care? Also perhaps. But I will say, I wish I could do more than 99 at a time. And I do prefer the motley mix over the oven bake from World, mostly because it's instantaneous and I don't have to do a mission in between. Alright, this will be the last one. Just one final time, I believe. Yep. Fantastic. Take. I still have plenty of Khmer points, and plenty, and my money's untouched. I could also sell the meat for money, if I had so been inclined. Please, Kahoot, stop taunting me. Hey, look at that, 375 Dango tickets. Alright, optional subquests are already set. Good, great, excellent. Master rank ones. This is from Fugen. Before I strictly go into the progression mode, I'm looking at the quest summaries to see if any of these give any interesting rewards. This is a quest specifically for an Aurora Somnicanth in the description. Why do we need to hunt a Magnum Aloe as well? Narga Cutie. Sign me up. I could bring followers, I'm not going to. I just don't enjoy it. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Do not fornicate with the Nargacuga. I mean, I hadn't planned on it. But I am part of the Narga Cuddly fan club. I find them absolutely adorable. I mean, really. A mixture of Nargacugas being great and that artist being exceptional as well. Game? There we go. It would have been faster to slide down this hill. On one hand, I could initiate the fight with the Nargacuga, however, I see something shiny over here. Hello, Nargacuga. Damn it! First hunt of the day. Of course, my timing's not going to be the greatest. God. Cease and desist. Also, I've come to a conclusion on why I hate the small monsters in Rise so much. Because they're ever so slightly inconsistent. Sometimes they leave the area whenever you're fighting a monster. Other times they don't, and that's a bit of a problem. Alright, it's gonna be leaving the area. I recognize that roar. Let's have a fish. Oh, fantastic. That's convenient. Ah, yes, and we have a damaging one. Fantastic. Alright, we've got it on fire. We've got some poison. The poison for Nargacuga. Damn. Nargacuga, the very definition of down but not out. Can I ask the bushes to stop? Always there. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, hell. I forgot that swing in particular I can't switch into the back dodge slash. That's enraged Nargacuga. This is fine. Oh hell, I've made a mistake. Yep. It's fine. This is fine. There's nothing to worry about. Hey, if it's going to give me the option, I'll take it. Get damage in from the spin. I think I can get one more heavy attack. Yeah, one more, and then I needed to finish. Is that? No, I thought I saw the blue monster head. Now I do. Thank you for your cooperation, Nargacuga. It is good to see you. Grab the materials. Grab the bat. Take the opportunity to sharpen and find out where that other Nargacuga went. It went back into the corner. Alright, on the way over there, we'll eat another fish, because why not? I really need to get a point of speed eating or something. Expedite this process. That was the one attack I didn't want to do. This one's arranged. I'm being zoned by Nargacuga. Oh, hell. Nope, this is fine. This one likes their ranged attacks, so I'm safe. I have no idea what Nargacuga was thinking there, but I guess they were thinking. Which is, I guess, why I'm so confused. The thinky bits was never my strong suit. That attack really does come out fast. God. We're gonna go for tail this time. Hopefully get the big attack out. I think my spacing's right. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Oh well, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. If I'd been properly knocked down there instead of just tripped, I'd be fine. Whoops, I made a mistake. Time to get in the forever box. Also, this would be significantly less of a problem if I wasn't running around the missions with half my health. However, you're not going to convince me to run around and collect hummingbirds for 3 minutes before the mission starts. Just memorize the locations of the attack ones and use that. That involves going to all the maps and looking at where the red hummingbirds are, and I don't want to do that. Sir Dead, hello. I fainted already. First. Second. This is a hunt of the day. Rathian. Rathian, would you please get out of here? You're not even supposed to be here. No, you are, but... It happens. Was yesterday successful? Well, yesterday we ended up doing a lot of follower quests, almost inadvertently, because we were doing side quests, and it's just like, oh, I need to hunt the following monsters. And I happen to have follower quests for those monsters. I hate you so much, Rathian. We also fought Nargar Kuga during the story progression mission that it has. What? Color me surprised I didn't take a hit there. I had to bonk. Okay, Nargacuga is exhausted. That attack came out... How are you so tired, Nargacuga? Nargacuga's so tired they're moving in slow motion. Do you mind, dog? Well, at least Nargacuga seems vaguely interested in moving through the map. I'd laugh in an unironic sense if I got its tail off doing this. The joke is on you. I do not care. Alright, so am I going to do any big boy quests today? Define big boy quests, because I haven't unlocked the anomaly quests. I didn't expect it to die. Well, we got one capture, one kill. That's fair enough. Like main story? I guess this technically counts as main story. I am doing some of the side content because, well, I'm trying to see if there are any unlocks. Because before, in World where it's just like, oh yeah, it tells you flat out whenever you're going to get something out of the mission. Rise seems to not entirely enjoy telling you, like, do this quest to get something. Like in World, it was just like, do this quest to get a mantle. Do this quest for a new incense burner. Lucky life. Time is short. Where is that? There's that? No! Aw, that's heartbreaking. Oh well. Yeah, the health booster and affinity booster and the cleanser. Do I mind someone joining me? I mean, as I'm not farming anything today, and I am doing progression. I mean, I'm not exactly being chill. Do I actually care? You've hit me with a question I'm not prepared to answer. Hold on, I'm thinking. Because it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, I could let people join and make the game that is pretty easy even easier. But would it actually make it go any faster? I guess if they were progressed enough it would, but at the same time, am I getting enjoyment out of this game? Please go away, Kahoot. I need you to stop being so long. I mean, not bad, but mediocre. You're not like OP or anything. Alright, I suppose I'll do the tried and true method of, what's your master rank? "48, my brother in Christ." Wait, hold on a second. What did that say? Follower most used. I guess I have done her quest the most. I have no idea what most of these stats mean. But I'm gonna have to say no. If I start playing with other people, it's gonna turn into, alright, inevitably, someone who's master rank fucking 999 is gonna be like, hey, let me in. Bro, let me in. I'm a fairy. You can trust me. Optional subquests. Grab the large monster hunt. Alright, so the last of the story quests I can do until I get progression is one of the Double Trouble missions, of Double the Crabs, or a Fish and Frenzy, or Spider. We're going after the Spider. I don't enjoy them. Maybe I'm the problem, but... Maybe it's the giant take-no-damage zones on their back that takes up more than half of their hitbox. Or their weird movesets that involve giant pressurized water coming out of an orifice. They're your number 2 hate after Berserus. That is fair. I've forgotten. Right, I'm hunting the spider. I could go there on foot and collect some, what are they called along the way? But I honestly can't be bothered. That's the edge of the map. I need to be over here. There's Raknakadaki. I somehow both evaded the attack, but didn't get the evade there. That is... spectacular. That's a new move. I think it is anyways. I think therefore it is. Please, I'm halfway across the fighting arena. Oh god, why do the spiderlings hit so hard? I get that they're an extension of Raknakadaki, but that's a little extreme. Hear me out, the hardest part of any monster is whenever they have weird delays to their attacks. Alright, we're gonna be going for the dump truck. And we missed. Fantastic. It's almost like I'm Greatsword main. Well, at least my cat's here to help. My cat just staring at me. Cat, would you like to help? I think my cat's AI broke and they're just standing there. They weren't attacking, they weren't doing anything, they just stood there, questioning their existence. Which is an existential problem I can't help them with. How goes Sunbreak? It goes. Alright, I'm wasting a bit of time. I still got it. Fantastic. This thing is terrifying. It's a giant fire-breathing spider, and I gotta ask, someone on the dev team looked at this and was just like, yeah, get it in there. We are here to fuck spiders. It's like a Nightmare World Australian. He's set to only focus on the large monster. I mean, yes, but that didn't stop him from assisting me before. My phone has chimed at me. Okay. Yes, he's set to focus only on large monsters. But the thing is, he didn't have a problem saving me before. Like, from my perspective, he's acting inconsistently across a single hunt. Why do I even have the throwing kunai up? They do 2 damage. I guess for the memes? I guess they also serve the purpose whenever you're fighting a Mizutsune. I almost use them exclusively to deal with some mechanics, if you know what I'm saying. With a Mizutsune, if you're fighting it and it puts out its bubbles... Oh, okay. I feel like his hitbox didn't move, but... His model didn't move, but the hitbox did, if you know what I'm saying. I hate that when it slides around, it doesn't. I hate whenever it slides around. It has a weird hurtbox to it. It doesn't do much damage, but it does some. And it agitates me. Alright, my cat doing cat things. Fantastic. Dear Spider, I really want to fight you, just not in that corner. I don't think I can parry the flamethrower attack. I can parry the side flamethrower, but I can't parry the dead-on. I guess the other function of kunai are for whenever you run into the boulder lizards and whatnot, and what have you. Oh, I'm spectacularly stupid. However, that doesn't make it any less funny. Okay, bye. No, it's eating. Fun fact, it has a big collision box right here, where it can't be hit. Source, trying to hit it. Well, that was significantly faster than the last couple times. How are you not capturable yet? I did that really early and I didn't get hit, which surprises the shit out of me. How many years was it gonna wait? Was it working on a fire attack pension plan, and it needed to stay for an additional year in order to actually qualify? Oh, fantastic. Alright, there's no way in hell I'm hitting its head, and we're going for the dumpy. You'd say that's very weapon dependent. That's a fair assumption. So, not assumption, assessment. That's the word I was looking for. Anjanath. Dear Anjanath, can you kick the spider's butt so we can expedite this process? What? What? I thought you could activate Wyvern Rides via Kunai. Well, if it survives this, we can capture the spider. However, that's not guaranteed at this point. Very good. Grab the shiny Rachna Kadaki stuff, and, we need to hang for a little bit. Fantastic. Rachna Kadaki Glow Gut. That sounds alluring. Yes, we'll go with that word. A Lunagaron's been spotted. I'm guessing that was the monster we saw at the beginning of this DLC, back when we first met Fiorian. I wish I could be bothered to care about the story, but let's be honest, the story of Monster Hunter has always just been a pretext of fight bigger, stronger monster. If you're in it for the hunting, you don't really need a reason. Also, how many questions? Central Plaza and Command Post. So, I'm guessing I'm gonna get some Elgato tickets, and I'm guessing that small child wants to talk about my next quest. Well, there's the Elgato tickets. I sure do love having to go through a load screen, essentially, every time I talk to an NPC and they give me an item. It's fantastic. Such a mystery. You'd say the story of 4 is very nice. Lunagaron. A Lunagaron has been attacking nearby villages. My brother in Christ, it literally attacked the convoy near Kimura. This has been an issue since the start of the DLC. It's only a problem now? That is literally the start of this DLC. We go to the Shrine Ruins, which has been explained as being near Komura in quotes. And then we run into it there. I assume that that was the Lunagaron, because it looked like an Otogoron Tobakadachi hybrid. Alright, no one anywhere needs to talk. I've eaten, I haven't upgraded my equipment in a hot second. Well, we can't upgrade it anyways. So we're going in. I will say, once again, the biggest threat of any new monster is the Mook effect. I don't know what its moveset is, so it's going to be hard to counter. And Three is very logical in their story, not a standout, but seeing as you're in countryside, it works. Wasn't 3 something you become a hunter because the old one was forcefully retired by a Tigrex? What? Why are you here? Who invited you? I know I didn't. Hello, dog. Thank you for your assistance today. Lunagaron. Oh, there it is. Now, is this one of the instantly hostile monsters? There had to be a crow. Where? Up. Oh, I am beyond upset. Now is the worst time to get a phone call, but I can't ignore it. I apologize. I apologize, that was a phone call I couldn't ignore. It turned out to be basically nothing. It was good news. Good news for me, but since I can't exactly share the details, it means nothing happened. One complaint I have about Lunagaron's design is that it doesn't have the double claws. You know, one of the things that Otogorons are known for. What in all the gods of fire and fuck was that attack? I have questions. Whatever. You get Fade ran by a Tigrex and the town picks you and tells you that if you want another shot at him, you have to build yourself up. Not really replacing anyone since the hunter of the town are still in the picture and give you advice. Mounted monster combat is so easy that I didn't really look at the screen the entire time that was happening. Okay, I've mounted the monster. Time to look away, because I no longer need to pay attention. Oh, yep. I was about to say. Oh, I'm getting... What is that attack? It makes sense on, like, Somnicamp, because it does things through its gills, but... Is this... What's the phrase I'm looking for? It's like they took the charge-up mechanic from the, Zinogre, and they put it on an Otogoron that they shoved inside of a Tobi Kadachi model. You missed. Ow, my bones. Alright. Well, it went down beneath. Yes, growing stronger through the use of birds. Look, I understand that they might have wanted to move away from the performance-enhancing drugs of ancient pills and max potions, but performance-enhancing birds? Oh, thank you. Oh, that was a mistake. No, that wasn't a mistake. It's still asleep. Its head is halfway in the ground, so... Well, time to find out if its tail is severable. Its tail is in fact not severable. Breakable, not severable. Fundamental difference. Please? It ate my special sheath input. I didn't take damage. I didn't get the parry. What is your hurt box, my friend? You know, I gotta say, this is the most confusing power-up stage I've ever seen. He powers up to add vulnerability spots all over his body. I guess it does more damage, but at the same time makes him more vulnerable. Oh, it does sever. Directly into the trap. My turn to fuck up. Can I pick things off his back? No, I can't. Oi. On one hand, I get the point. I get the neat aesthetic of werewolf with breath attacks. However, why? Man, Luna Goron said that dog's gotta go. Right, you've been getting trounced so thoroughly, I need to sharpen my weapon. Oi, get back here. I'm not through with you. And he's running directly into the loving embrace of Barioth. I would say you love to see it, but it's the exact opposite of that. I want him to not get absolutely unalived by the big, icy saber tooth. Uh-oh. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I relocated to the other side of the arena. I don't understand your moveset, Luna Goron, but moveset you have. I see. He fell for the Shoryugeki. You love to see it. We sharpen now. That was intentional. I did it to gain some breathing room. Also, you're right. His tail does not want to break that second time. I stand by the statement of I've never fought Lunagaron before, and I've never seen any gameplay of Lunagaron. But I gotta say, I really like its moveset. It's super predictable and fairly consistent, other than some of the weird breath attacks, which I don't expect, but it doesn't seem to do often. Maybe I'm just lucky. Also, it really seems to like to hang out with its buddy, Barioth. For some reason. Barioth. I mean, if you're going to give me the opportunity, I might as well take it, you know? Oh, it's capturable. If it survives, it's going in the forever box. No, you stupid tail. Get in the box. Very good. I like Lunagaron, now that I've fought it. However, I feel... I expected more. I wanted more. When am I gonna hit the wall of Monster Hunter Rise, you know? Like, where is my Crimson Glow Valstrax? That man looking for Lunagaron. No, I'm not finishing that sentence. Never mind. Oh boy, the birds. You just have to wait. What? Why? They just have to wait. I feel like it would have been more efficient to just shout danger close. It's a really good thing that all these dragons and monsters have a flair for the dramatic, you know? I swear, if they could explain what their moves do, they'd pull a Dragon Ball and do that before every attack. During cutscenes, anyways. What'd that tail do, though? What? This cutscene would have been immensely better if it hadn't knocked her weapon away, but had instead knocked her shield away. It removed her offensive option, not her defensive option. Also, the butterfly things are flying leeches. They're here to give the monster the suck. Okay, bye. It's great to know you. Tu, pragante. So, Luna Garon, and because I found a... What are... There are no words to describe how absolutely disappointed I am at these rewards from the crow. Oh, great, I can use it to forge more decorations. Wonderful. I'll add them to the stockpile. Oh yeah, I used Buddy Recon. That was still profitable. No thanks. That's fine. New guild card titles. Cutscene. Oh, by using Buddy Recon. It leveled up the dude who was stationed there. Ah. Why are they just taking her word at it and not just, like, saying, okay, well, all the same, go check up in medical because you were injured on the job. Why is Bahari, you're not even gonna be involved in the fighting. Why do you get a say? It's been using the creatures to drive them into hyper-aggressive state. I mean, would you not become hyper-aggressive if there were leeches that would appear on you anytime you went to sleep? And when you were awake? No one's a fan of pain. No record of Curio being seen with Malzeno. Can't go after Malzeno until we find out why the Bloodbirds are doing Bloodbird things. I feel like this is the, oh, we need to track Zora Magdaros. The thing is a walking volcano. It's as big as a mountain. What do you mean we have to track it? You have an airship. Alright, capture Master Rank Magnum Aloe. Oh boy, we're getting more side quests. Oh, okay, you just... Whatever. Cat said something about Kimura? Colin. I knew a Colin whenever I was a younger man and I was in the school. Oh boy, the twins want something. Aeonian coal. I've yet to encounter those, so I'm guessing new stuff? New area? No, never mind. I just have to go to, Master Rank Lava Caverns. Whatever they're called. Oh, Kogarashi wants something as well. Do I need to go and talk to Kogarashi? Okay, the girl wants to talk. Damn, I just want to get this out of the way. What do we got? Mizutune, Diablos, Rathalos, Lunagaron. It's already been done. Operation Purple Fire. Oh, you can't make me. Volvadon is such a miserable fight, and I want no part of it. What do you want? Gotta be honest, as that text was loading in, I was expecting not the word Fango to follow Bull. Iridescent bismuth prisms. Like, on one hand, it's nice that they're trying to get us to go back to old locations on expeditions. That's neat. I just wish it wasn't for a boring reason. Like, if there was something more compelling than go to these locations and press F on these at these specific spots. I'd feel more compelled to do the side quest, and that wouldn't feel like busy work, you know? Like, I streamed the last time I did side quest, and that was kind of tedious. I don't know if I'm going to do these off-stream just to, well, at least the delivery ones. The iridescent bismuth or the Aeonian coal, because those are just go to the 2 locations and just click on ore deposits or recovery deposits. And that is really, really boring. Also, I haven't been able to sever monster tails recently, apparently. I'm upon the struggle bus. I looked over at how long I've had the stream up, and it's only been an hour and 19 minutes, and it's just, wow. Doesn't feel like it's been an hour. It feels like it's been more than that, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Let's take an opportunity to see what the Lunagaron set looks like, and... Oh, the Ramobra set. And also the Raknakadaki. Is this still the Arrow set? I guess you could work dual blades into this as well, but... not really. Look, I need you to understand. I need the Ramobra pants in my life. Not because they're good, but because they're leather pants. The source of Yugi's power. So windproof, poison attack, critical boost, critical element, poison resistance, and Wex. Lunagaron. I'm really disappointed they didn't, like, go more werewolf aesthetic on this, considering how Lunagaron looks. But I guess it's in line with the rest of the aesthetic of Rise. What are the skills on this? Critical Eye 2. Max Wirebug Whisper, which is interesting. Agitator. Redirection and latent. What is redirection? So skill jump. Swap just as a monster attacks to reduce the damage and negate damage reduction reactions. You what? This seems kind of powerful, considering there's no cooldown whatsoever on skill swap. Alright, Agitator is whenever monsters become enraged, which is all the time, because Monster Hunter Rise... You DPS monsters so hard that the only time they're not enraged is the very beginning of the fight. I could make the Garangol belt for the Spearbird collar. The slots aren't bad. Focus and maximum might aren't unwelcome per se. But I lose. I lose so much in order to get this. Why are there so many skill points on the Barioth belt? Like, I get that it's like, oh, it's only got a single tier 1 slot, so having a lot of skills makes sense, but considering Critical Draw is a tier 2 skill, and Critical Eye is a tier 2 skill, and Part Breaker is a tier 2 skill, that's what? 10 levels of gems? Total? And it's just... I don't know, it seems a little wild to me. I guess 10 is just the standard on belts now. Now that I'm looking. That's... Why? And if it doesn't, it has better slots, yeah. Does that mean two levels of latent power, but I don't... I feel like I've fallen into one of my classic problems of I'm looking too deeply and thinking too hard about this, and I really need to stop. Oh, I could get an eye patch. I forgot to do something important. I have to immediately go back in. I wanted to check the decorations to see what decorations have been added. Unfortunately, I forgot to. Decorations, great decorations. Alright, what do we got? Defense. So no new normal gems. What about rampage decorations? Magna Soul. What? You know, I don't actually... Do I even want to know? What? Okay. Also, is it me or does Anti-Wyvern Gem just seem... good? Because it affects... most of the monsters. Actually, all of them. Other than, I guess... Who doesn't it affect? It doesn't affect the crabs. It doesn't affect... Tetranodon is specifically an amphibian. Doesn't affect the spider, and it doesn't technically affect the elder dragons. Wait, is there... No, I was gonna say, is there a distinction this time around between Fanged Beast and Fanged Wyvern? It doesn't look like it. No, there is. There are Fanged Beasts and Fanged Wyverns this time around. Alright, that tracks. I don't know what I expected Magnum Mallow to be, but I guess Fanged Wyvern tracks. I've encountered endemic life that I didn't notice. Ah, the thorny toad. Master rank 4 quests. Can I upgrade my sword yet? Nope. Nunagaron longsword looks... It has purple sharpness. I'm master rank 4. Oh, we're gonna get into that kind of power creep, are we? Also, I can just make this? That is a lot of ice buildup. Garangolm. Wait, no, you only go to blue. That is some high base attack. That is some really high base attack. Doesn't have bad slots either. I'd have to go hunt. Is that master rank Royal Ludroth or low or high rank Royal Ludroth? I think that's master rank because of the Ultimus crystals. I never enjoyed hunting Royal Ludroth. That is really high base damage. I guess that's the Malzeno tree. What did the music... Oh, that, yeah. Oh, we're approaching Tigrex. That's great. I wonder what Master Rank Tigrex is going to be like. No, stop thinking about it, Horatio. You're never going to find... Well, I could, but I Oh, god damn it. No, it's not worth it. It really, really isn't. But no, I apologize. I'm stuck in the thought process of I could, because I do have level 4 ice attack because of my armor. That's just inbuilt. So I get an extra 10% plus a bonus of plus 4, and it might make having the Roricanth longsword worth it, but the slots on it aren't good, and it feels really weird to say, like, oh, I didn't go into this weapon tree. Not because it wouldn't be, like, useful, but because it's both specialized and has worse slots. And also, call me crazy, for whatever reason, there are a whole lot of ice monsters front-loaded on this DLC. Also, do I need to go back to... I need to go back to Kimura. End my suffering! I'm guessing this is me having to go back and talk to the twins and getting their follower quests. Oh, there's a sale going on. Also, my Meowcenaries have returned. Fantastic. Please. Please finish loading. Why do you make me suffer this way? Oh, Jesus. The balls. Balls of steel. Alright, time to wait. Because load times. I appreciate her quest for not being total garbage and not having fucking 6 monsters. I swear to God, if we can take Yomogi hunting, I'm going to have a stroke. Alright, I need to talk to this guy and get my side content, the microsystems, sorted out, such as collecting and assigning and such. Alright, the mercenaries are back. They brought me... What? These weren't even glowy. Alright, thanks, game. I appreciate that, I suppose. Oh, I can send them to the Citadel. Fantastic. The funniest part about this is if this prompt wasn't here, they could have just fit the Citadel at the bottom. Plant. Mushroom. Alright, I'm hard-pressed not to just send them after the Garen Golems, because they're convenient. But I'm going to send them after the, Believe it or not, I'm not doing this for the Blood Orange Pashotans. I'm doing it specifically for the Boggies and the Gown Goat. I'll use an apple this time as well, because last time I used an apple, I got 3 in return. I don't have to restation someone over in the Citadel. That got automatically refreshed. The Argosy. I'll take the pitfall traps they have for sale. Grab that quartz. Don't need anything from there. We will take the stuff. Alright, the buddy bargaining has decayed to a significant extent, so let's go ahead and refresh those. Buddy Dojo is fine. We can continue to ignore it until we absolutely can no longer ignore it. Sorry, I've fallen into the lull of looking over. I forgot I had a cat with Crabbo armor. Right. Sorry. As I was saying, I fell into the lull of looking through. It's like what happens whenever you're looking at spreadsheets or something. You just kind of look into them and your mind starts to just decay. Alright, note to self, I have multiple megs. Okay, I think Udon is someone I'm going to have an interest in getting geared up. It's either Udon or Origami. What are your skills? So you can get health up, which will make you not insignificantly tanky. What about Udon? Health up L and S. So they both have health up L and S, but you have Medic's Touch. So that'll help you stay in the fight. Udon has Omni resistance and attack up. Prevents blast and hellfire. That seems awfully specific. But granted, a lot of these skills are. You both have it? I have some serious questions. Alright, I said might be going with Origami, but it looks like Udon. Because they have status attack up, which makes it so they can land sleep more consistently. Alright, on Udon, they're going to go have some healing bubble. Secret sport move, Udon. Healing clover bats, because yes. Let's go ahead and manage Udon's skills. So status attack up is a given. We'll grab health up, health up. And what next? Could just slap attack up, but why is negate wind pressure 2 points? Now we can either grab attack, which I wish I could see how much the attack increase was. Well, let's just make them more defense-oriented? Yeah, sure. That works for me. We're gonna replace my dog with Udon. Don't ask me why specifically, but I'm doing it anyways. Wrong blacksmith. I forgot they broke up the blacksmiths into human blacksmith and cat smith. It's easy to forget. I forgot. Okay, let's forge some palacute. Palacute? Yeah, I guess that does track to an extent. Palamute gear. Palico gear. I have to sneeze. Thank you. But, that is simultaneously adorable and hilarious. He's got those World of Warcraft pauldrons. It's so bad that even though they made it this way, his hands are clipping. That is spectacular. That's the helmet that does that. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, we can go back into Gossarog. Nargacuga exists. The Sinister. Barioth. The True Stealth set. Oh, there's Somnicanth. How does that sleep status worse? I, full disclosure, bring my cats to act as, status appliers. They hit things with sleep sticks and things get solved. I have to ask, why did they make so many of the Palco and sets just absolutely adorable? So 200, 200. Why does the Golem, Gainatar, and Rachna set all give the same flat defense, but just have different element? Gossarog gives the same... What? Why do so many of these just give 200 defense? That seems like a ridiculous amount of overlap. Also, if you're wondering what weapon I have the Palicos I take with me equipped with, it's the feline cat list, or cataclysm. Because it has 20 sleep on it, which makes it more consistent at putting monsters to sleep than anything I've unlocked in high rank. Like even the Somnicanth thing, it's only 17 for some reason. No, adorable. Right, I also wanted to forge Palamute equipment. I'm really disappointed how many of the sets just went with Power Ranger aesthetic, mech aesthetic. Like, I get it, it's not bad, it's just... Like, you had an ice werewolf, and you really could have leaned into the fantasy element of that, but unfortunately you went sci-fi. And I'm just disappointed. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. I'm sure this set is real popular in certain circles. Gosserhog set is still fantastic aesthetic-wise. What do you even have equipped? Oh, you're still in the old Valstrax stuff. I really should have upgraded your equipment at some point. Yeah, Barking Bell still outsleeps it. That's disappointing. I'm distinctly uncomfortable looking at that set. Why does this look like a Kieran set? It's not, which confuses me. Blast? I don't want to know. Baggy set is literally identical to the previous ones. Alright, what did I end up making for the cats? Barioth, because I had Barioth materials lying around. So we'll go ahead and make... Barioth stuff for... Yep. Gonna have to make some scraps. Is this a waste? Kinda. Do I care? No. Alright, comparing that to Valstrax stuff they had on... Yeah, much better. Right, I shouldn't laugh. Oh yeah, I guess there's not going to be any Rampage stuff anymore. There are no Defender tickets to get. Man, that's a little weird to think about. Alright, my Palicos have been boosted. And they're now on the level. Though their weapons are not great, it is the best I can provide for them. I already ate? I kind of wish if you've already eaten, it just leaves the Dango symbol up near the top right so that, you know. But I guess that's a problem with me, because I'm spectacularly stupid. Follower collab crests. Oh boy! I can make friends with the twins. I don't want to, however. Not because of the twins, but because I just don't like follower quests. Unavoidable cold. Who gave me this one, and do I like them? Azuki the cook. Alright, this one provides... Dango upgrades. That's the word I was looking for, the phrase I was looking for. Alright, I think this will be the last hunt for the night, for the day, for the evening. Let's go after Diablos. Let's see what Master Rank Diablos is like. I am excited and apprehensive about the opportunity to deal with Diablos again. I thoroughly enjoyed Apex Diablos, but that's less for the reason I guess which would make sense. I will say Apex Diablos was a goddamn presence. He appeared and would demand your attention, and boy howdy, you gave it or you died. Alright, we're gonna grab Kahoot Nest and then go after questing. I will say, I appreciate that there's so much to do in the between missions. Like, it's not just go to hunt, go to hunt, go to hunt, go to hunt, but I feel like they went about it the wrong way. Alright, I sneezed again. I apologize. These things happen. Alright, Diablos. If you don't one-shot me, I'm gonna be thoroughly disappointed. Get screaming. Oh, yeah, that's the Diablos I know and love. I forgot he had a tail slam. Oh, that's some damage. You'll love to see it. Bye. I, for the briefest of moments, felt some primal fear expecting him to dive. Oh, god damn it. Thank you so much for your well wishes from the sneezing man. Get back here, you. Bye. The goddamn fish. Ow, my bones! Broken like so much cordwood. Alright, we're not going after the tail, despite that probably being the better idea. We're gonna go after the horns, because if I break them, it makes me happy. Like, that is the sole reason I go after the horns. Nah. Toro. It stopped short. I'm genuinely surprised by that. Alright, it's leaving the area. God, I love the Diablos fight. Ants. Look, full disclosure, I want their stomachs. That is a big fish. Look at the size of that fish. Just moseying over here. Is it dead? Indeed it is. Wasting my weapon durability on endemic life. Never let it be said that I'm smart. I am, however, persistent and spectacularly dumb. A dangerous combination. Oh, too early. That's a shame. Oi! Ha ha! Oh, I am not sorry. You deserve this. Oh, that was... I expected it, but at the same time. Nope, oh, bye. Good night. Sleep tight. Alright, let's go for that horn break. Alright. Here. Ah. Not perfect. Better than nothing. Alright, I need you to come off of that bridge. That's not exactly what I meant for that to say, but, alright. Wow, you're disappointing. Oh my... Did my red wire bug wear off literally as I was, Alright, we're gonna take it into this narrow alleyway and, show it what for. Ah, its horns are broken. I broke its back at some point as well. It's just given up. It's just like, nah. Is that a marionette spider? I believe it is. Why, yes. Yes, it is. Oh, that's disappointing. Get back here. I didn't say you could leave. I deserve that. I was talking some good shit. God, your leaps keep falling short. You're not even small. Like, that's something I expect from small Diablos. This is a normal Diablos. Too early. Too fast, too soon. My timing. My predictive algorithm. My brain, where did you go? To sleep, that's where it went. Alright, is that stink mink still? It is stink mink still. Disappointing. Is there any part? I guess I haven't broken your wings yet. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, however. Oh no. Oh, it did that with charge. I did that really early, and I'm only not in agony because He wants to play with the cats. And I don't blame him. It was worth a shot. I figured he'd be a little bit close. It's not doing that thing where it charges and then burrows. And I keep expecting it to do that, but it's not doing that, and it saddens me. Wasn't my shock trap, so I don't care about the loss of 2 trank bombs. Really? Alright, Diablos and Rakna Kadaki are going to be roommates for just a moment. Foolish, Dante. Foolish. Alright, fine. You get the heavy hits. The Diablos is vulnerable. Spectacular. I fainted once because I just forgot how to play for a few seconds there, and it's just, alright. You are no longer perfectly dodging, parrying, and countering every attack. You die now. And that's fair. That is very fair. I love it. Oh, hey, look, a large wyvern gem. Alright. Where are my rewards? Really, I broke both horns and I only got one? That's disappointing. I got some medulla oblongata. They gathered. Good. Diablo is a fun fight. Diablos is a fun fight. It's never not a good time when hunting a Diablos. Though I imagine it's a lot more stressful when you don't have 3 separate instances of I can't be damaged. Yes. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something important. Does anyone remember? I don't suppose any of you would, because I didn't tell you what I was thinking about before. But yes, last hunt of the night, racking my brain here. I cannot remember what I was thinking about. Was there something I wanted to do in town? Sorry, I'm really super lost in my thoughts. We're going to be finishing up here in just a moment, but there's this inescapable nagging feeling, and you know that sensation of there's something I need to remember, but it's just out of your grasp. It's there, you swear, but it's just it's like looking at an image through fog or something like that. It's just there's a haze and you can't break it. Whatever, if I can't remember it at this point, it must not have been super, super important. So, I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by. Remind you to leave a follow. There's a Discord, there's a Twitter, there's all kinds of fun stuff. I'm Ratman Horatio, and I don't remember. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or day, depending on whatever it is when you're watching this. And yeah. Yeah.